Hey guys, this is Savannah from earthandwater.co. We're going through the chakra series, and we've made it all the way up to the throat chakra, which is what we're going to talk about today. It's our first spiritual chakra, because remember we talked about how there's 7, there's 3 lower physical chakras, and then you have the 3 higher spiritual chakras, and then you have the heart in the middle that connects them both. Its Sanskrit name is Vishuddha, which means especially pure. Oh my gosh. This episode is probably going to be the hardest for me to record because it is the chakra I have the biggest issues with and have my entire life for various reasons, but we'll just stick with the Taurus reason, right? I'm a Taurus, and we just notoriously have a lot of issues with our throat chakra area. Anyway, that's its location, at the throat. Its color is blue, and its element is ether. And I really like how this chakra is associated with speech, which gently moves us from the physical chakras into the spiritual ones. Because, you know, as a society, as a culture, we've all really detached ourselves from the spiritual. And we could go on about this topic for a while. I wrote a whole blog post on it after reading the Celestine prophecy, because it's oh my gosh, we could get into this forever. So cool. But it's the second insight in that book, and if you haven't read it, it's a great place to start a spiritual journey on, a journey of healing and understanding energy. I highly recommend it. And it's an easy read too. It's not a textbook, which is what mostly I consume and recommend, but it's story based. Anyway, moving on back to us like detaching from the spiritual. Back in the day, thousands of years, not even that long, we were purely spiritual, right? And then some stuff happens that I'm not going to get into, but I do in my blog post, and it's fine. But anyway, I'm trying to stay focused. Some things happened which made us start questioning our reality and everything that exists, and that's how we became science-based and looking for the concrete and understanding and skepticism and stuff like that. And I know that's not everybody at all. Nothing touches everybody just across the board. But for the most part, our society and culture is based in physical, hard science, concreteness. And that's kind of a new way for people to be. And that's why I really like this chakra, because since our voice is associated with this chakra, it inches us into understanding the more extreme things that come with the third eye chakra and the crown chakra, which growing up in the South, I am a little nervous about getting into. I'm not even gonna lie. So this chakra, the throat chakra, is our center of self-expression. It's how we present ourselves to the world. And man, is that hard. This is our center of self-individuation, of self-actualization, like moving away from essentially being a worker ant, you know, in the whole colony, to, oh no, I have my own personality and my own differences. And the hard part's being able to identify what is actually you and what is actually other things that you admire of other people. Because we can't be everything, right? But sometimes it's really hard trying to figure out who exactly you actually are, especially in the sea of so many possibilities. Which is why I've mentioned this a few times throughout the series, that anxiety in and of itself, which, you know, can stem from several different chakras, and this is one of the main 3 that they can stem from. And as you may or may not know, everything I do is aimed at anxiety, and everything I teach, all of my content, everything is because I'm a nervous wreck and have just spent my entire life trying to figure out how not to be. So I guess, you know, if anxiety is something that you deal with, come hang out with us. We have a Facebook group and stuff. Moving on. I call this chakra the pushover chakra. It's the people pleaser chakra. It's the, you know, it's us quieting ourselves and silencing ourselves and not stepping on toes and making ourselves small and moving to the background and hushing so that we don't bother anybody or anger anybody and kind of stuff chakra. And we can heal it by doing all of the opposite of all of that. So speaking up for ourselves and standing our ground and holding our boundaries and not allowing to be used and abused and pushed over and whatnot. Easier said than done, right? But that's why it's called a practice. You're doing great. Other manifestations, we'll start with the physical, are things in the throat area, mouth area, so and even like the tops of the shoulders. So tooth, gum issues, laryngitis type things, swollen glands, thyroid problems, that kind of stuff. Less physical manifestations may include being quiet and silent, problems with lying if you're not honest about things, confusion about who you are, which I know is a identity crisis, is something a lot of us deal with. And even like reoccurring wise, because oftentimes, we're fluid beings. We're not concrete. We're not boxable. We don't fit in a box. We're light, energy, just fluid moving. And once you figure something out about yourself, there's always another thing that you figure out about yourself that makes you question the before things. But that doesn't mean that the before things weren't you. It just means that we're fluid and ever-changing and ever-evolving and ever-learning, and all of that influences, and those were stepping stones to your absolute truth. We'll cover doubting yourself in the next chakra with the intuition, the third eye chakra, but this one, if you're doubting who you are, it's hard to express that in a way that's healthy, because we can't suppress ourselves. It's unhealthy to suppress ourselves and aspects of ourselves from other people, the world, however it's wanting to be expressed. And it causes problems in our health, our bodies, our minds, our quality of life, and whatnot. And a good workaround with learning how to trust and know and follow through with that, with the confidence it takes to fully express yourselves, is tapping into the brain-heart coherence. And that way you don't actually have to trust that you know who you are. And sometimes it's easier if we can take that aspect out of the equation and just focus on our heart and our head and bringing those two together, and with that, living and speaking with the intention of love and compassion for both ourselves and others, and understanding both ourselves and others, and knowing that none of us are perfect and that we're all just working on it, and we're all just trying not to spiral. And so as long as your intentions are good, you don't have to trust that you know who you are. And should I wear this red lipstick? Should I wear these heels? Should I wear these bright sequency pants? I mean, sure, why not? It's not gonna hurt anything. And is it you? Sure, who knows? Today it is. That's okay, right? And tomorrow it might not be. That's okay too. What matters is that you are coming from a heart-centered place where you have your best intentions in mind, and you have the best intentions of everybody else throughout that's going to interact with you and throughout the world. And as long as you hold at those intentions, you can do no wrong, love. It's wonderful. You're doing great. You're doing fine. Wear the lipstick, wear the heels, wear the sequency pants. I'm talking to myself. I have these pants. My friend just gave me these pants, and I'm going to have to wear them to Walmart because I don't have anywhere else to wear them to, but we're going to do it. Self-expression. Be loud, be proud, be whatever your heart wants you to be, as long as it doesn't hurt yourself or anybody else. It's the only rule. That's it. Other than that, it doesn't matter. So affirmations are especially helpful here because it uses sound and our voice in that area and all of that. So, singing is also awesome. And, there's this whole thing, was it like a TikTok trend or something? I don't know. It's like TikTok figured out that whatever you sing out loud, passionately, with emotion, manifests. And I also heard a podcast episode with Dawnversations. If you don't know who that is, go check her out, because especially here, I'm going to be a guest on it soon. So come listen to our episode. I don't know what it's going to be. Oh, it's going to be about anxiety, of course. That's the only thing I talk about. But anyway, she had an episode with Edward Langan, who wrote a book, and he had a wonderful, beautiful analogy that I absolutely loved when he was talking about the law of attraction, but it applies here too with, anyway, and his analogy was that you are singing a song all of the time, and the universe is singing with you, okay? It's law of attraction, you get what you put out type of thing. It's tuning your energy, your vibration to that which you want. Because, be careful. I know we love the blue music, the dark music, the sad music, okay? It helps us sometimes, but really, really try to listen to things that are uplifting and moving you forward in the direction that you want to go, because our words create our reality, and our voices are the first step. Well, I guess it's our heart, because, okay, we're having epiphanies here. Another reason to start at the root and work your way up is because you have to work on that physical stuff first. If you can't, if you're not healthy, if you're not taking care of your body and your needs on the most basic physical bottom bare bones level, then you can't explore or you can't even really come to that place in your heart, really, can you? You can't come to that place in love and gratitude where you need to be, with support and relationships with yourself and others that are healthy. And then once you hit that, the heart, then you can move to your throat chakra and start expressing yourselves and exploring who you are and where you want to be, and just, that whole who am I question. And then from there, we'll move on in the next episodes. But the speaking it out, and then getting to the understanding and the knowing and the creation of it all. Epic. Oh my gosh. I love this. This is alchemy. This is what alchemy is. It's wonderful, beautiful. This is what it's all trying to teach us. We just have to get there, okay? But we're getting there. You have to start with the bottom ones and then work your way to the love and acceptance of both yourself and others before you can start understanding who you are and expressing yourself in a way you're supposed to. And I know I'm just reiterating, but oh my gosh, you guys, this is so important. Anyway, work on the bottom ones first. Your words matter. They are spells. Be sure that you are speaking truth and positive affirmation of where you want to move forward. Generic ones are, I speak my truth, my voice matters, because it does. Your voice matters. I express myself, I speak with kindness, I speak with love, my voice is strong, my voice is clear, my voice is steady. Again, you may or may not notice how badly I fight with this one particularly. I know it's there. I know I'm capable. Yes, I can do this. I can make a podcast. You see what I did there? I started to explain myself and my feelings and my emotions. Then I was like, wait, no, we're not going to keep repeating those patterns. We're not going to keep telling those stories. We're creating new stories, because the new stories are the only ones that matter. The new stories are the ones where I'm creating my own reality, and it's the reality that I want, and it's the reality that I choose, and it can be whatever I want because I choose it can be, and I speak it, and all of this is very achievable and sustainable, and ta-da, that's how you do it. So anyway, yeah, just keep paying attention to what you say and how you say it and what you mean, and then intentions by it, and learn to express yourself and wear the red lipstick and wear the heels and the sequincy pants, and come hang out with us in the Facebook group and create space to meditate. I'm going to leave a few minutes of blank space meditation music. If you turn it up really loud, you can hear it, for you to just exist and be. Because that's all you really have to do. You're doing great. The fact that you're here at all and listen to this is you're one of the good ones. They're all good ones. Don't get me wrong, but I could digress for ages. So I'll see you in the next one, the third eye chakra. Namaste.